This is Sharanya, who is standing behind the mic and who would be taking you to the set of events happening today. And let's call it the Netflix Suta series. How do you like that? Yeah? Yeah, we can get that going right now. All right, a warm welcome to our past chair, Lakshmi Ishwar, Vice Chair Deepa Reddy, generous platinum sponsor Marzi, the Suta team, Sujata and Taniya, you look gorgeous, and all the lovely members. Thank you for showing up on time and taking all those pictures. Without filters, please post it and tag me too. All right, so at FLO Bangalore, we completely believe in empowering women. Is that true? Yes, so can I get one cheers to that? And please keep clapping for me because right now my heartbeat is running a marathon and I'm still at the start of the phase, okay? So I need to sprint, so keep clapping for me. And here, all of you guys solve problems, but you guys run the world, but still you have one little tiny bit here and there. How are my pleats? How's my hair? How many of you have a very good Saree day and a hair day today? All of you? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, okay, moving forward, I would like to introduce our platinum sponsor, Marzi. A big love to our platinum sponsor here. We have a short video to play by our Potterhead, who is Wimkey. Can I please have the video going on? Roll the camera. Wow, looks like my life is sorted. It's totally sorted for the rest of how many years? Okay, please bless me for that. I hope you guys blinked very slow because of a very short video it was. All right, a big thank you to Marzi by Primus for partnering with us today and for being our platinum sponsor here. I also would like to read about what they do so that you have a clear picture on what is happening in the brief video that you saw. Marzi by Primus is India's first digital-first community for the active urban tech savvy for 55 plus years of age. It brings together connection, engagement, wellness, and purpose through a vibrant ecosystem designed to help seniors to live fuller, happier lives. They offer WhatsApp community, a lively space to connect and share and belong. A social media has to be a must, right? Marzi Live, a daily hour of fun, learning, and meaningful engagement online. Marzi events, curated in-person meetups that help the community bond and thrive. So the Sisterhood is taking us to the next level right now. Then Marzi app, India's first active aging platform for all things engagement and wellness. Marzi Mitra, warm, supportive, one-on-one conversations for emotional connections. Marzi Wellness, proactive preventive health support to enhance health span. Plus exciting upcoming international travel plans currently in the pipeline to Vietnam, Dubai, and Sri Lanka. Wow. Okay, time to party after 50. Yay! Here's an increasing health span and celebrating an ageless spirit in flow, and for all of you who's around to spread this word for them. A special shout out to our amazing gifting partners. Thank you for adding so much sparkle for today's event. And these are Rare Sense, Krishna Kala, The Art of Photography Venture Studios, Sugan Lok, 1/8 Commune, Folio, Vijay Lakshmi, Mantri Malls, Bartons, Adyan, Mirva, and Hivado. Thank you guys for supporting us all along. Means a lot for us. Now, moving forward, guys, you just have to sit and clap every time I finish something. That's all you have to do right now, okay? Because only then I'll know I have to move forward. Otherwise, I'm just going to be stuck and then my heartbeat rises again. All right? So up next, we're moving forward to the event. We call upon somebody who is the first up, a woman who wears 100 hats with an absolute grace. She's a FLO Bangalore chair, someone who's been championing women and the Tibetan society for 2 decades. Wow, that's a hat, a big hat to wear. Yeah. Dekyi Chawla, please join us on stage. It'll be great.
Okay, it's just 2 sentences. If I request the last 2 rows to please come up in the front, because this is just for, we are talking today about fashion and aesthetics. So in the photographs, it's just going to look aesthetically much better rather than having these empty slots. So thank you very much. And this is my 2 lines. Thank you. Thank you, girls, for getting up and coming a little in the front. Just occupy the empty spaces. Thank you.
Wow, that was crisp and accommodating everything with so much love. Thank you, Dekyi. Also, next up, our branding queen who has built brands, built a company, and now builds stories. She's a founder of Pink Lemonade, now a president of Havas Worldwide, and a voice behind the hit podcast, Iconic Brand Stories. She's passionate about helping women. Who's that? Who's that? Yay! Tina, please, can I have you on stage? Moving forward, we have to start the series, right? The Suta series. So we have 2 lovely looking women who's coming up. The duo turned the 6 yards into a nationwide movement with soft drapes and strong stories. We would love to hear that. The heart and soul behind Suta, known for the craft, comfort, and pure emotion in every weave. The brilliant sisters, Sujata and Taniya. Ooh, that's lovely. I'm going to hand over the complete stage to the girls, and it's open to discussion. Let them brief about their stories, and we're open to Q&A post that.
Thank you, Saranya. You were lovely. Thank you. Thank you, girls, for playing a little bit of musical chairs. It's just that this auditorium has 200 seats, and we are a little over 130 of us, so the last 2 rows, we thought we'd just keep it empty, So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Today we are joined by 2 remarkable young entrepreneurs who also happens to be 2 young sisters who have built, I think, a nationwide phenomena. They've built one of India's most loved fashion movements called Suta. So we're really delighted to have you here with us. I think what they've done is from a small home setup to a nationwide phenomenon rooted in comfort, in authenticity, and Indian craftsmanship. I think that is truly incredible. So we're really delighted to have you here with us, talk with FLO Bangalore. And I'm also happy to have Tina Mansukani Garg, who's going to be my co-moderator for this fireside chat. So let's begin. The first question: when did Suta stop feeling like a small experiment and starting feeling like this huge, large movement that was just waiting to happen?
Hi, very, very happy to be here and seeing such colorful audience. It makes me really, really happy because usually it's the boring college students wearing only blacks and grays and blues because that's the norm. Students who are bored, they're not boring. Students who are pushed to become boring because that's the norm. So Suta, when we started thinking that it'll be a small brand because there was no such demand that was visible. We created that demand, we formed that niche, and we assumed that there'll be like-minded people and the business will stay mid-sized. But the kind of word of mouth, the kind of love that we received from the Suta customers, the weavers community, we realized that it's a joint dream that has to become much bigger than what we think it can be. During COVID is when we realized really the potential of Suta, and a business cannot stay stagnant. It has to grow. And during COVID, we always managed money really well. Both of us, we were constantly watching numbers. And during COVID, when the weavers were not getting enough work, they started reaching out to us. And initially, when we reached out to them, because they were the master weavers and a lot of community which had constant work, they would not want to work with these two small girls. You know, kal shaadi ho jayegi, bachche ho jayenge, nahi kaam karenge.
We used to be like early, late 20s when we started the brand, and people used to refuse to work with us, thinking that, oh my God, these girls will just go away, and So that's when we started Suta. It's been 10 long years for us. And I think movement, we felt it when Taniya was mentioning. I think it was we felt that there's so much power that we hold, because you guys love us, let's say the customers love us, and then the weavers are just there not knowing that, okay, their products have so much reach, and just to let them know that, hey, people love you, and then just make what you're doing, it's beautiful. So they were just leaving the job and going and becoming some, let's say, mechanic or drivers in cities, thinking that their job is not valued. We just had to tell them that, no, it is valuable. So that's so connect. We were just connects in between
I think
two.
COVID was the time when we realized that, hey, we managed the business really well, number-wise, and the weavers are just sitting to get more work because the brick and mortar stores were shutting. And that was the time when they all joined us, and we grew 3x. And there was no looking back from then. There were businesses which were not working, but they were, because it was creating impact and more people wanted to join us. And customer base that we had, they heard us and they were buying constantly, even if we were not able to deliver. They understood the cause for which we were working, and the orders kept flowing during the COVID time also.
And that's phenomenal. I mean, I think what you both have done is you really have reshaped the way India drapes, and also made sarees very, very relevant, very trendy amongst the youngsters in the country. And that's phenomenal. Yeah.
So I have a question, actually, Taniya. When you say that we manage money very well, there are so many women here who might want to start from home and do things. Tell me what the early years were about. How did you all package? Who wrapped up? Who did logistics? And tell me about how you manage money so well that when the weavers started coming in with their orders, you still had more to take.
So money management, we learned. We are both engineers and MBAs. Just to give you a background of how Suta started, we both are engineers, MBAs. No family history of anybody who has done business at all. So nobody knew. So we're from farmers' background, and then somebody started doing some jobs. My dad retired as an assistant commissioner, but he started as a sub-inspector in railways. So, and mom is a homemaker, and nobody knew business. So that's the background of it. And we knew from early on that we had to make sure that we earn, because we had to make money for the family. We knew it, that we saw how month end there will be like a cash crunch in the house, and we knew we had to earn and do it. So we learned that in college. But when we started Suta, absolutely no knowledge of textile, but we at least had that basic understanding of money. So we knew understanding of the P&Ls and how to see that at the end of the day there is cash, and cash is more important than profits and more important than revenue. So that logic is what was set in our head, that if you don't see the cash, even if your P&L is positive, doesn't make sense, right? And as we scaled, that became even more hard. But when COVID hit us, we had a basic amount kept aside in banks as fixed deposits. Even if we didn't know how we are going to survive this, we knew that if any time this happens, nobody in the family is going to give us money or put something.
I'll tell you another thing that it's basically
6 months of money aside. Yeah. Yes.
We always thought that it's exactly like running a home. And even if you don't know the fancy terms in B schools, if you haven't studied finance, if you know how to manage money at home, I think you can just manage money in the business. It's also that you keep your savings aside, and we made sure that we don't do anything fancy to just show off, because sometimes when you think that, oh, I should have a fancy office to show off and have meetings in, we never did that. We went to McD close by because it was always empty, and that used to be our meeting office, and nobody cared. That's how we saved up a lot.
I just want to repeat what they said. Cash is more important than profit, is more important than revenue. Yeah, so that's a great.
Thank you for that reiteration. I think that was important, which also, leads me to it's on the similar topic of money. what is incredible is that you've scaled without external funding, without investors, right? And you've been completely bootstrapped, which is, again, very impressive, very incredible. So what were 2 or 3 financial or operational disciplines that you followed to make this actually happen?
So first, we realized that cost of money, so calculating cost of money was super important. So if I take the money from, either we put in our money own savings, how much that cost of money is. If we take money from outside, how much is the equity that we're going to part away with? Or if it's a bank, then we have to pay interests. So just figuring out what's the cost and what is it that we are going to let go of. Could be power, could be decision making, could be also ease of management. Of course, the management will come in if we take money in. But just to realize the cost was super important for us, because for us, the first thing was we started Suta because we wanted to create impact in someone's life. If that impact is taken away, if people say that, oh, put people in one factory and make them work because that's easy and will be more effective, cost effective, that will just kill the whole process of us trying to go getting the weavers in the setup, letting them work from home. You know, that's what weavers want. And when we started that, what's the point of doing it if that is taken away? So that's one big discipline that we always have. We have to keep that in the top mind. And that brings me to the second operational point, is that if one collection goes flop, let's say we can't do well, doesn't matter. The weavers won't know. It was my mistake. Let's say I priced it wrong. Let's say I shot it wrong. A lot of mistake, maybe from the management decision that it was not the right collection for that time. But we have to make sure we again give work to weavers, the same artisan community, because they will again be out of work, because we are not giving the next order because the collection is a flop. So the two things that comes to mind.
Mission and vision, and also keeping your principles and values intact. That's the discipline that we always followed. And we always said that the goal is not to raise. Money should be like a tool that you use to grow. And sometimes we forget that in our the close knit of people that you have, or the entrepreneur world that you have, they keep congratulating if you raise. You know, it's like oh, you've achieved this, yay, you have raised. But you know, money should just be a tool to grow in the direction of your mission and vision. So sometimes we forget that.
So tell me about the early days. Tell me some quick anecdotes for our ladies. And when did you move out of the house? When did you get, a formal office? How did you get your first few people in and things like that?
That's like a next door girl story, and everybody who has...
It's also next door foolish girls. I feel we were so naive. I'll tell you some stories, you'll laugh at it. But we were literally so, maybe it helped us the way we are now. Looking back, it was so silly, because me and Taniya would go ourselves, like travel in train to save the cost, of course, the taxi fare. And it's not that we didn't earn. We were like earning very well in corporate when we quit. Both of us were earning very well. We were in managerial position. Yeah. But when we quit, we thought that's not us now anymore. We are like workers now for a business. So we can't become like, oh, I'm the CEO and let me just go buy a car. We can't do that. So we took train. That's not silly. I'll tell you silly bit. It'll come next. So we negotiate with people. Obviously, people just looked at us and they knew we're not designers. We didn't understand what selvage is. We didn't understand what this count is. We had no clue. So they immediately knew we are not in this industry. We're not from this industry. So then, in the first couple of meetings, we're only to understand and just becoming smarter. So we kept going to 2-3 stores. We got cheated also, of course. That's we were sent smaller. They said that after cutting, it shrinks by almost half a meter. So they kept doing all of this jhuta things and all of that. That happened. But the silly bit was after doing all of that, me and Taniya would carry everything to the station, like in our hands. We would have blue hands, like here, blue. So it's so silly. Now, looking back, why would I spend my energy or my effort on something that's so futile? Yes. And hence now, I think that's the biggest one of the principles I would say is always look at 80-20 rule. Work only on the 20. Do not work on all 80. And think that, oh, I'll achieve. I'm the superwoman. I'll finish everything. Just see what 20 you can impact. What's your core strength and do it. We did everything to even delivery.
There's a fine line, because if you do everything yourself initially, you'll know that how much time it takes, where to put your money and effort in. For example, we realized very early on that social media really, really works for us. And our customer base directly talk to us, they give us feedback, and we can work upon it and make things better. So we focused on that. But, when to leave is sometimes where we do the maximum mistake of, oh, I'm doing it the best. Nobody can do it like me.
Editing. No, Taniya, you let go of editing.
I did the editing of pictures for the longest time.
She went literally, with her eyes were squint because she constantly edited. But she's the best photographer and editor. Even now, if she clicks the photos, it's a super hit collection. But she has to know when to drop it. Because she can't do that and this. So, for example, modeling. My friends tell me, why are you modeling still? Like, there are people who are professional models. Why are you doing it, wasting time maybe? So, but you have to pick if that 20%, am I actually impacting a little more maybe? Because people are relating with maybe my face because I'm a girl next door. So I'm saying that picking, we do it now, but early
and
on.
Not getting exhausted, honestly. I mean, you burn out doing everything. You do finance, you do returns, you do this because you are the best, you think, for your own business. But again, just letting go is something that we learned on the go.
But they have a lovely story about when Sujata stopped being the model for Suta, and I want Sujata to tell you that.
Oh, yeah. So I did. We actually thought that let me just save time, let me become the proper CEO. A lot of people, actually a lot of entrepreneurs have walked up to me and said, Pura din you shoot. Who does all the actual management? And I had to tell, no, I'm not shooting all the time. I am actually working also back end. So I think when we changed that, when we got another model and we paid that model proper, like model fees, and we did everything right. Proper shoot, studio booking, not on the road. We did everything right. And it was, because we used to do it on the road. So to save money, right? We just do it Angan Mein and all of that. Which worked. But then that collection we kept getting feedback that it's not working. We saw the sales dip. So customers said that bring Sujata back. And that then it was also serendipity. Taniya also came in because I was very, very pregnant. And then I couldn't shoot anymore at my 8th month. And then Tanya's like, let me give my camera to my dad and ask him to shoot. And dad shot on Taniya. Then she became the model also eventually. So that's the story.
Yeah, so I think, but also like having the right team is very essential, and understanding what is working for you and what is it that you will add the most value in. You cannot do everything on your own.
Brilliant. No, I mean, thank you for sharing that. I mean, sharing your hustle and during this journey while you were navigating through the scale, etc. So coming to another dimension of your journey, what is another incredible thing that we've noticed with Suta is your fiercely loyal community, right? And you've built that brilliantly. So your community is incredibly loyal, very emotionally attached. What did you do differently to build a brand that feels like family rather than just another label?
I think authenticity is something that we are all looking for in any relationship, in any brand, friendship, anything. I think if you see this fakeness, if they're not authentic, they're not true to you, you just detach yourself. And it's the same with the brand. I think Suta has from the start been very, very authentic and honest. And we make sure that whenever people join in, we're a very large, heavy brand now. We are 230 people as employees. So for everyone to understand.
Heavy for us, I'm like not. But it's been a long.
It is heavy.
It is. We take a decision and we take time to turn around the business.
It's like an elephant.
It's like an elephant.
But for everyone to understand that you have to be authentic self, be it you're working in the back end as an inventory person to a customer support to a social media replying, because everybody thinks that it's just Su and Ta there. And to keep the brand essence the same, right, it takes a lot of effort. But that's how the community has always been supportive. Even if we do a mistake, people are so easily, they forgive us for anything that we do wrong or mistake. And we very clearly, loudly, we don't send it in DM. We just speak it out loud that, oh, I'm really sorry, I goofed up, and I'm going to make it right. So I think that's why people love the brand, because it's human. We can do mistakes, and we are not the perfect brand, and we like chaos.
Also, one more thing is a product. Sorry, just selling the product. I think the kind of... so our simple message was we wanted to make sarees simple, and everyday women can wear it without the fuss of, wearing sarees. And also bringing natural fabric back into people's lives, because we just felt that young girls no more wanted to wear sarees. So how much can you push a girl to wear a saree unless there's an option in the market? So we wanted to bridge that gap, and we wanted to make sarees. I know she's wearing sarees which has the biology sarees. I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I love that. So me and Tanya designed that saree. Oh, you did? Nice. So we have the biology saree where we actually drew all the amoebas and all the mitochondria which we studied. Yeah, so it's there.
Life sciences.
Yeah, so she's wearing that. Amazing, yeah. So I'm saying we wanted to make it simple and also wanted to make it, nostalgic, also for people to have conversations around sari. So if somebody sees you wearing a sari comfortably and also talking about it as a story, then Suta as a brand will also spread. So that was a simple logic, and we kept pushing that. We also in social media, we spoke about it. I think customers becoming your voice made the whole difference. For us, what we did, even customers sending a photo in the bathroom, like a bathroom selfie, we used to post that. And somebody said, why are you not putting aesthetic photo? I said, what is aesthetics? If just the person is feeling nice and beautiful, just might as well put it out. So we did that, and we called all customers Suta queens. And to make all women feel like queens, and we all are in our respective worlds, right? So that's what I think clicked.
That is what clicked, because you made the woman feel tall in herself without having to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautifully put, yeah.
So my question is on scale right now. You all are, you said so many stores now. What, 26, 27? What is it?
No, 17, and the 18th store is opening.
18th store, okay. And all. How many stores in Bangalore? Your third now?
We have set 2 stores. One is HSR, one is Indiranagar, and the third one mostly will be opening soon. So yeah.
Okay. So my question is on scale. Where in Bangalore?
So the first Indiranagar store is in 12th Main, and it completed 3 years. That's the first store we had. It's our flagship store, and it's a beautiful store. If you girls visit the stores, you'll realize, because everything is sustainable. So even the table is made of rammed earth. So Karnataka earth is just put like the soil, and everything. Paint is also maida and mitti, and all the pillars are all 150 to 200 years old from temples. Even the flooring is Kadapa stone and refurbished wood. Everything, the tables, chairs, everything is old from houses picked from there. We spent a lot of time.
It's also like a place where architects actually go to study.
Architects visit to study natural elements. Yeah, so there are a lot of architects group who come there, and students group who come and study natural material and how beautifully it can, stay in even retail environment. Gadda, yeah, it's like a gadda for people to even see saris. So it's a beautiful. So if you visit there, for people from Karnataka would understand a lot of values. Like for example, the biru, the cupboard which is of brass, that cupboard is there. So we have put all the small elements. And another store is HSR layout. There the theme is the dolls are called what dolls? The wooden small dolls. Chanapatna. Yeah, so that theme, and that's an HSR layout. It's on which lane? I can't remember. That's 27th lane. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so there are 2 stores.
We are bad with address.
Okay, so my question was, a brand gets known as a brand and earns so much love and trust. When you look at the quality and you really concentrate on it, how do you manage this quality at scale today? And who's checking for you? How have you grown to all of those? And also the second question on scale is, how did you decide to go all across the country and handle so much without raising any funds?
Honestly, the quality is something that me and Sujata made sure that we have to be very, very proud of what we are putting out. And because we wear them ourselves, and we are the face of the brand, and we are not here to just make money, right? The product has to be so good that I meet someone and I can proudly say that, hey, you're a Suta girl, and this is what you have made. And hence, we made sure the supply chain, the back end, has to be perfect before we started growing. There was a time when the demand was so high that we could not supply, and we were only working on the supply chain. We have a
first 2 years we did that. First 2 years only supply chain and no ads.
Absolutely no ad spends, and the quality check team is very strong. We have trained them really well back in the village and also in the warehouse. They work on. So QC team is quite big, and even if there's a small defect or anything that's not right, it goes into the garage section. We do not give it back to the weavers. We have a place where we take the saris, because it's of course our thread, our design, everything is done, just that it has a tiny defect. A thread shift maybe, a colored dot maybe extra. So it goes in garage section where I think we're the first brand who's doing that, where on our website, we sell our defective sarees as garage section. And we heard from everybody. From my B school peers to investors who were just like friends who said that you're just diluting your brand by selling defective products of Suta.
They're saying return it to them. They have made the defect. Just give it back. And we're like, that's the philosophy, right? Weavers ko return nahi karna hai na. They will stop working. If we keep giving it back to them, they don't know where to sell. And they would just sit with the inventory. They will make zero money. And that's how people leave work. Because we just not being mindful as a brand, maybe our mistake also, and sometimes just say color match nahi hua, and you just can return it, right? So not doing that was a very conscious call, that all the garage products will be uploaded on the site. So there's a section called Suta Garage, which has all of that, defect listed down, that this is the defect. If you want to buy, this is it.
So yeah, so quality is, that's how important it is for us. And also just to tell you the setup, so we have different weavers in different villages. And every villages, we have told them to keep 2-3 people, depending on the scale of the work we work with. They will have to do quality check. So everything gets one level of quality check from where it comes. So we save on the transportation errors that will happen, because I'll send it back and all of that back and forth. So we do that. The moment we find there's a defect, it goes as garage. So even if we deduct a little bit money, but at least they are assured that we will take it back. So that's the philosophy. And there are 2 warehouses. We have one in Calcutta, one in Mumbai, and we have a factory in Jharkhand where all the stitching of blouses happens. And Bombay also, there are small setups. But these are the 3 big setups. There are weavers setups and the warehouses.
Yeah, so staying with that thread of thought, right? So working with weavers and artisans, especially at scale, can be pretty complex, right? So what are your biggest learnings when it comes to, say, trust, when it comes to quality and also fair partnerships, especially when you're scaling so rapidly?
One would be clear communication. I think that's where a lot of mistakes happen. So telling them how much money will get deducted if you do mistake, telling them if it doesn't reach me on time, then I also face losses, so you are part of it. I think just telling people, just to make them equally empowered and be partners with them makes a lot of things clear. Clear documentation, writing things, let them sign, let them also tell them that, okay, this is my forecast, that's how it looks like. Coming couple of months, because fashion cycle is very, very bad. So sometimes it's so up and sometimes so down, but I have to still pay everybody, right? It's so hard. It gets really, really difficult, especially at scale, because I am producing the machine, the engine can't stop. For example, loom, if I set the loom, even if the saree collection is not selling, I can't say, just cut it, right? Because the thread is already set. The loom works in the thread is set for 60 sarees, and the warp and weft just keeps working. And if you have to say stop, everything goes for waste, the rest of the things. So that's the logic of loom, and we can't stop it. And hence, it's so important to plan and tell things. And at scale, you can go wrong. And if you go wrong, it can be like a massive loss. And we have had losses where we've ordered threads, the collection just didn't work out. We've done 2 collections with that thread, but still doesn't work out. The thread has piled up. So a lot of mistakes like that. As a brand, we absorb it, even especially during the lull period. For example, November, December, sees a lull because after Diwali, right? But wedding again will pick up. But this 2 months, we have to make sure we hustle. We make sure we set our systems right, all the processes right. So we do all of that. But managing artisans, it gets very difficult if you don't have clear communication, because they have very simple understanding. So understanding their problems and telling them the clear solution is a way forward. Otherwise, it can get really messy. And hence, for the longest time, I feel there are brands who have started working and stopped working with them. And weavers have been clueless of what to do. And hence some weavers, from when shift happens, right, from hand embroidery to machine embroidery to not doing anything and leaving the work completely, is only because they didn't have a visibility. Somebody just didn't tell them the path, because they are not here. We know about customers from online data, all the information search that we do. But if we don't tell them what's going to come next, what are we planning next, they will just be clueless and sitting and looking at us. And that's what makes them feel that they are dependent on us. I think that feeling has to go off, and we have to tell them it's a relationship and we are equally dependent on you. That, that if you don't produce, we will also not be able to be this. We call us a Suta. So, yeah.
Okay, just before I go to my next question, we'll do a quick, fact check. How many weavers do you all work with?
17,000 weavers now.
70,000! Oh my God. 70,000.
17 or 70?
17,000.
17,000.
Oh, 17,000
Incredible.
is still very high. Well done. Well done.
We have been with 17 for a long time. We've been years, but just managing this scale is very hard because we keep going back to them. Unless our revenue increases, we are unable to get more viewers on board. So yeah, so that's what we've been at.
Wow.
Constant work is what is very, very hard, yeah.
So also, how many people working with Suta right now?
230, yeah.
Can you see how big it is? 230, yeah, from the two ladies who started it. Almost running, what, 100 crore company?
Yeah, 80 CR, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. These are the two girls who started it from home.
And bootstrapped.
And
bootstrapped.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
That's a hard call, but I think we took it, yeah. Also because I'll tell you one more thing. I think we forgot to add how did we reach to 17 stores and now 18th store? It's also because we work in franchisee model. So I would say it's wrong to say we don't have investors because they are actually investing. Though the money is not in terms of equity, but they are part of it, the journey. So basically what happens is we have 17 stores, 90% of which is women-owned franchisee, women who are working for the first time. Yeah. And people who have no prior experience in business. So they have been working and saving up, and they use that money to invest in it. Because they also believe in the journey. Yeah. They like the product, they have faith in the brand, and that's how they've taken it. And again, a very beautiful thing is that a lot of them have taken a second store with us because they have been happy with the journey. Honestly, a lot of times we have heard that franchisees, usually there's a master franchise who have taken a lot of stores in that area. But we have people who have just, I have just enough saving to have one store with you guys. And I really want to help you guys expand in my city. And I know my city well, I know my people well. So that's how people have invested. Yeah, and two sisters, so happy. Two friends. Yeah. We have two sisters, two sisters like that, yeah, who have taken it.
So just out of academic purpose and curiosity, how much of investment would it take for, say, to open a franchisee? And I'm sure there are quite a few of us who'd be interested to know that.
35 to 40 lakhs. Okay. Starts from that. And it takes care of the interiors and the rentals on the franchisee partner, and the operations and running of the store, staff, everything is on us. So we manage the inventory, we do everything. Only marketing, we do it together. So Suta spends on it, but we take the marketing, the investor along with us. So we do marketing. So we host events, sessions. If you see our Suta page, you'll know we do a lot of events. We have a lot of fun at the store. And also, we don't want our stores to just be stores. It should be a space for people to, host events and do things, like a space for the community and not just selling. You ladies can also, if you want to have events at our stores, we are, both our stores, HSR and Indranagar is very big. So I'm saying just having chai sessions with you girls, want to just sit. And we've done music sessions of one Qawwali a day. There was one book reading. We had one event on skincare where a doctor came and spoke about how to take care of your skin, and lots more. We keep doing different things so that it's not just a space that you're just boring selling. Sales space. It's
that's
community.
Something that it's a good thing that we have, is that a lot of brands actually reach out to us and invite us to their space. It's just that our community is so large that we need a Falcon Towers or a 5-star hotel. That's why. But otherwise, yes, a lot of them are really open to inviting us. Yeah. But thank you for that.
So, both of you are still the face of the brand. And I hope the ladies can see that despite the almost 100 CR business, how authentic and genuine they are in their communication and connect. And which is why I think it really works as a brand. That's the extension of the brand. So my question is that you are still the face of the brand. You're still here, yesterday in Dubai, today over here, and tomorrow somewhere else. How are you managing all of this? Because that's a really important part of what a woman does.
So I have a 7-year-old son. Tanya has a 5-year-old son. And we have that tribe to take care of as well. We both live together with our parents, husbands, and we have a pet dog, an adopted Indie. Wow. So yeah, it's a whole family and the tribe coming together. Otherwise, it is very, very hard. And honestly, this last 2-3 months, we have been home barely for a week, maybe every month. So it's been tough this couple of months.
But I think asking for help, I think that's what we've done since the beginning, to just tell our parents that, you take care of them and we can't do it at all. So just telling them, and I think communication again, just to tell them that we can't do it, or when we think we are able to take care and then you can go on a holiday. Yeah. Just telling them that also. Then, like the next week we are home, please go take a holiday so that we take care of the kids now.
And also mentally, what we have been practicing is wherever we are there, present, we are present 100% and not thinking of anything else outside this space. So that has helped us, from Dubai to here to tomorrow another place, which I also don't know. I'll see my calendar and I'll get to know what happens next.
We're heading to Calcutta.
But, yes. So
that's beautiful.
That's I think it's otherwise it's so difficult because we all multitask a lot. And if you constantly have this baggage of next what, I have to do so much, it becomes really tough for you to enjoy where you are and give your 100%.
But it's amazing, right? It takes a village to raise children. But what is really incredible, and this is not so much about the business aspect, it's just piquing my curiosity, is it's quite a challenge for two co-sisters to live under one roof. How is it
They're
for two
sisters,
co-brothers?
We're sisters.
Not
I know,
co-sisters.
but your husbands are living under the same roof.
Husbands
That's what I meant, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible, and it's very rare, right? It's really rare, and it's beautiful, and, I think that's amazing.
We have gotten a lot. So a lot of people think that they are brothers.
Yeah.
And we've gotten that a lot because even the landlords, when they're making agreements, they're like, what's this? What is this?
Wow.
The two families or there's two bachelor, like two different families, all of you living together? I said, no, it's like, we're family.
You're blessed. Touch
But
wood,
they're
yeah.
also strong women, na? Lovely.
I know. I love that.
To make that
I love
happen,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our in-laws living close by. So, so that to
Very
make that
supportive in-laws. It's not that we have just kidnapped and run away. But I think to make them understand really why we are making this happen, because it's like one of us can just take care of the home, where the other person can just focus on the business part of it, and we understand what's going on in the family, personal side of our lives. So it's much easier for us to communicate at work too. I think it's just become such a big taboo that, sisters can't live together and brothers can live together and all of that. It just has to change, and we just have to make a little effort, one step at a time maybe, at least live in the same building or the same area.
That's amazing. That's one of my wow takeaways for today. Yeah. Wow.
So also there's this also division of work, very, very clear division of work. So mom takes care of my son, dad takes care of hers. So, that also, and I think it's also it's very difficult otherwise to make sure that when dad goes off, mom takes care of both. Like the whole house goes crazy. But I'll tell you, as women, I think sometimes to become strong in man's world, we try to look very, very strong. But at the same time, we have to understand we are all caregivers, natural caregivers. We have to, like our son, we gave birth, right? So we took care of them physically of doing that. Even when anybody, like even elderly people fall sick, there is something a woman does somehow extra, or something we have inherently, like that motherhood that's inside, right? Will not let you just go around and do it. But I think also to be vulnerable, to show that vulnerability, sometimes soften up and say that I'm burning out. That, even if I'm doing so much here and there, to show that vulnerable side as women, it's also very, very important. And me and Taniya just clearly raise our hand and say it, that we can't do it anymore and we need a break.
And you've shown your vulnerability so boldly. And therefore, I think your brand is also epitomizes the bold women of India. And that's amazing. Yeah. Shall we go through some fun rapid fire round before Tina asks another one or two important business-like questions, right? So, okay, this is rapid fire. Okay, and I actually love all of this part of all our fireside chats. It just brings out the Karan Johar in me. So so rapid is no filter, quick 1-2 word answers. Okay. What's the strangest customer request you've ever received?
Customer comment, I'll tell you. When we went to deliver the parcel, that person looked at us and said, "Oh, I ordered just the saree. The model also came along."
Nice.
I'll tell you another
pickup line.
very, very good one.
Pickup line.
There's another one which actually opened our eyes towards being more open as a brand. Was a person who is a breast cancer survivor said that remove one side of my breast pad, the cups, which was like something that we haven't thought of, and to understand that side of the customer base that we have, which is so wide, and as brands, we sometimes forget the minor community that is also there. That was one of weirdest requests, but I think it opens our eyes towards.
But Taniya, that's a huge
there.
business opportunity to say
It
that
is.
we are sensitive.
We
to
do that.
needs. You do
We
that.
do that. We do that. We do a lot of customization. We have done. We've also done putting the fall reverse, because otherwise, this is for left-handed and right-handed. We don't realize it. Lefties and righties, right? For right, this is okay, but for lefties, Anshul should be this side. So the fall has to be put reverse. So that also we do, but it's a small thing we forget. So yeah.
That's very nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, it's
So-
like open some discussion over here.
Are you all thinking about requests to ask the sisters? Okay. So who panics first and who stays calm during a crisis?
Taniya panics first.
I love panicking.
I love, so I am, in my head, I'm also dyslexic.
Okay.
I love chaos. So I'm just so calm in chaos. Even if I might look like I'm scared, but inside I'm just, this is my aha moment. This is like, I will thrive now. So I'm absolutely calm.
And also, if there's calm, she creates the chaos.
Say that again.
If there's a lot of calmness, she will create chaos because she loves it and she then thrives in it.
Now I can sense the sisterhood. Love it. Okay. So what's one design that unexpectedly became a bestseller and one you loved but customers did not?
I loved that, but customer did not understand it.
And so Maitri is the doctor. Maitri, do you want to stand and be a model for a second?
She looks lovely. I'm amazed at the styling that she's done.
Okay.
I love the styling.
We made 2 colors of it, this and a purple. And black still sold, but customer didn't understand what it is. We had to explain again and again what it is.
So, I mean, this is a whole bunch of different bacteria. They have written and drawn different types of bacteria, and I think it was like hand printed or some
Block printed.
technique to it. I picked it up because it resonated. I do a lot of functional health, so I did a talk on gut health, and I just picked it up at that time and put it together.
So happy to see
How
this
many of
one.
you are wearing Suta? I think so many of you wearing Suta. There I see you. Yeah.
Can
see you
I
also. Yes.
have
Oh, yeah.
all the girls who are wearing the Suta sarees to stand up and do one ramp walk right in front of them and go back to your seat?
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah,
be
so
so
all
cool.
the Suta ladies, can you please stand up? Yeah, get to the corner of your position wherever you are.
By the time you're coming in, I'll keep telling the other story. You can keep queuing up and we'll also come and join you guys. But
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Come on, get onto a line, one arm distance, right now, from the corners. Spotlight on, walk
Yeah, we should have
forward.
some music on.
Wow, gracious.
Amazing.
Well done.
Wow.
Wow.
Well done.
Amazing, vibrant. I'm sure none of you guys need a gym position right now. All of you are standing still.
Guys, you made our day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Wow.
guys. Thank you. That was very sportive of you guys here.
Thank you. You all look so lovely. Thank you for wearing it. To
All
answer,
right, that was stunning, girls. Beautiful.
to answer the question, the one which was we didn't think it'll be a hit was a cat sari called a meow sari. The sari is called meow.
I was going to wear that actually.
So when the designer made it, she made very cute cats. And me and Tanya said, no, let's make stray cats. The cats who are hungry maybe or jumping around or like unruly and like messy. Make those cats. And then she drew like cats with long legs and like tongue out and all of that. And that sari was super hit. It's a brown sari with cats, and I call them ugly, beautiful cats. And they're the best. I love the cat
So
sari.
it's there in our
called Meow.
giveaway collection. They have one of those is the prizes for today.
Okay, win the
Yes.
cat, girls.
Okay, how nice. I have a Japanese friend, Miho, who loves wearing saris and she's crazy about cats. I think I should just get that for her. Yeah, the cat. Okay, if you had to swap roles for a day, what do you think would happen? Photographer, model, chaos,
I think
calm.
we'll do it very, very well because we always swap. We literally, when she is not in the groove and doesn't want to work, I'll just quickly take that. And when I am not in, then she would just take my position and do it.
Very, replaceable.
Yeah, that's cute. Okay. One Suta drape that perfectly captures your personality. I know both of them are wearing sneakers and I love it. Really nice, yeah. But what's the drape that suits your personality?
I love the dhoti drape. I see she is wearing that dhoti drape. Lovely. And I think dhoti drape, when I'm running around, it's just me. I could just do everything wearing that dhoti and go around.
I drape it the normal way with mostly a jacket all the time because the airports, the office, and this and that, I just feel a jacket will keep me safe. And
I was telling you to wear a jacket and a saree next time.
But yeah, that's my styling.
Lovely. In fact, girls, the drapists who are all here are a part of our social initiatives, the ones who we have skilled, women at grassroots, and this is a way of them getting livelihood, you know. So if ever you need a drapist because of the wedding season, you know who to call. And my last question is one celebrity you'd love to see in Suta.
Rekha.
Oh.
Sure, it'll come true.
I would love to see Rekha and the way she styles it. I think I would. I'm waiting for her to pick it herself.
But earlier it was Sushmita Sen, and
she wore it.
But just 2 months back, she came to the store and she picked a saree and she wore it.
And we literally were checking the CCTV camera. Is it really Sushmita Sen, like walking in the stores and picking a saree?
Yes.
She wore a saree which is called Beat and Turnip, which is our bestseller, and she wore it for Durga Puja, and she was all over the news. Yeah.
So when you all get orders from these celebrities, you all must be super excited. This
Thrilled. Yeah.
Honestly, when we started the band, we had never even dreamt of it. It was not even a part of our dream that we want to see Bollywood celebrities and OTT platforms wearing Suta. But it just organically happened, and it keeps happening. And customers keep sending, I'm watching the series and I spot a Suta and I spot a Suta here, which is
the
amazing.
First one was very, very crazy. When we were working, we had a garage, literally a shutter wala garage, and we were working, and we had just stepped out for lunch. And the girl who works, we had our first employee, who is Jaya. Everyone knows her in the world. I think Jaya is the first employee. So she was sleeping with the garage shutter half, down because there was no work. The orders were packed. She was lying down. And then somebody walks in, and we just walked in with her, and then she's conversing with Jaya. It's like, Karan sir ne bheja hai, ye wala look chahiye. It's a Pinterest photo of me. So then we also enter. She's like, oh, it's you. I said, yeah, it's my photo. And we didn't put it in Pinterest. Customers used to put it on Pinterest. And so she's like, no, Karan sir ko yehi wala look chahiye. And then we are like, okay, fine, just give us some time, I'll just take it out. And we were doing that, and she's like, let me just take a couple of more looks and take it and show it to Karan sir. And then I'm asking, who's Karan sir? Ye kya bol rahi hai? Matlab, leke ja rahi hai, matlab kya hota? And then we didn't know there's something called sourcing, where people can come and source, and then later, if they like, they will buy it. Otherwise, they'll not. We had no clue. In the early days when that used to happen, we used to be so clueless. And then she says, Karan Johar. And Tanya and I'm looking at each other, like pinching each other. It's absolutely small town girls, no clue what's happening. And then suddenly in Bombay, somebody's picking up your products, and with a garage, and our sales were like abysmal, like very, very low. Like in a day, we'd get 10 orders. Such a small brand. And then that happens. We get a check from Dharma Productions because they selected all the looks. And that was for the movie Last Stories, where Kiara Advani wore Suta for Last Stories. In the final scene, she's wearing Suta when she's having the orgasm. So it is amazing.
Bold.
Very. And also I was so excited that I made all my in-laws, family in the US sit together to watch that movie saying, Suta sarees pehna hai. And I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this is the movie. Oh. Nonetheless, I made them all watch.
Oh, nice.
Proudly clapping. Tanya's father was clapping Suta, and she was like... But yeah, amazing, proud moment. And then after that, it followed Anil Kapoor production, the Mani Ratnam production, they all. And now in OTT, we invariably, somebody's wearing a sari, we spot a Suta for sure. So it's amazing.
Sujata, you've been the forerunner of that nice the sultry look on the,
Yeah,
on lots of photographs.
And speaking of OTT, who does Tanya remind you of? That 4 more shots?
Standing up there.
Right? Yeah, that's the first thing I thought actually. Yeah.
We met her also, yeah. We met her and she was saying that people tell her also she's one of the Suta Sisters. Yeah. She's like, oh, we get that. She also gets that. Are you the Saree brand owner? And I get the other thing. But I never correct people. I'm like,
Like sign an autograph and okay.
So what is something that both of you will tell your younger selves? What would you say today, looking back? And both of you answer that, please.
I think you should take yourself a little more lightly and not so seriously. Just got one life and who cares? And stop worrying about who's thinking what and take that step that you really wanted to all your life. You anyway didn't care much, I felt. She's the naughty young sister. She anyway cared very little. Or bolegi care nahi karna. I don't know what you want to pick up. I would have done a little more. No, so I think I thought about it. Question is, I get this question a lot and I've thought about it seriously and I think I wouldn't tell anything. Because if I didn't do all of that madness, I wouldn't be here. And I've done so much crazy things, like silly things, begging for like my manager to notice my work so I can just, I would stay for long, कि manager देख जाए मुझे और मुझे कि मैंने काम किया दिख जाए. And just silly things we do. But I think if I didn't do that, I wouldn't know what it is truly takes to be here. So I think it's how all of us have. All of us have like those crazy stories where we were like embarrassed of ourselves, of what we have done. Yeah.
Bravo, really bravo. What's next for Suta? Yeah. What do we look forward to?
Our next store is opening this Sunday in Borivali in Mumbai. That's the 18th store. And we're planning the Bangalore store. That will be the 19th store. So we haven't finalized it, so I'm not diverged. Mostly it will be in Kalyan Nagar.
So ladies, if any of you is thinking of starting a business and wants to be a Suta franchisee, reach out to them.
You can always talk and understand how it works, if you're interested. But also we're going international. So our first international store is going to open next year.
In Dubai.
It's in Mauritius.
Oh, how nice.
But they've just done Singapore and Dubai, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an exhibition, but we're opening a permanent store in Mauritius. That's the first. Mauritius, of everything. Who would have thought? Yeah.
No, but there is a lot of,
huge
they
Indian
wear a lot of saris, and I can understand with the weather and all this, conscious, sustainable clothing, definitely. Girls, stay back because there's some very, very exciting Suta saris to be won because we're going to be having some fun round of passing the parcel. Am I right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. But before that, I'd love to open it up to audience. And if you have any questions to ask Sujata and Taniya Biswas, please feel free.
I already see hands.
Hi, Tanya and Sujata. Very inspiring session. Loved every bit of your journey. My question to you would be, as two sisters building a brand, how do you navigate your creative differences while keeping the vision intact?
Very interesting. I think differences and sisterhood, it's like, it just goes like together, hand in hand. Me and Tanya are very similar in terms of the way we think and operate. Luckily, we are very similar. And we have different divisions, like division of departments. So she looks at online, I look at stores. So that division is very clear, and creative falls under her. Even if both of us can design, but she takes the final call when it comes to that. It just recently happened, but initially we would do mostly a vote of whether we like. If we say no to anything, one of us, it's a complete no. So that's something that we follow. There are certain rules that we just lay down, and it's not just creative, it's everything, literally. We just have certain rules. We try to not cross that. For example, drop the fight in 5 minutes. That's one of the biggest one. We actually drop it. Like, you would be surprised to see we're fighting now, and immediately we go there and we are like chatting about something important. So we have done that. I think in every relationship you have to work towards it, to live together and do things together. In any relationship, it's exactly like that. Thank you.
So Sujata and Taniya. Sujata and Taniya, thank you for being so forthcoming and so authentic. Really appreciate it. You all mentioned how a wrong forecast can cause so much damage, right? So just want to understand, how do you go about doing it now that you probably know better? So, and it's so difficult because there is so much variety. How do you forecast which color, which style you would want to create for the next season?
How much ever you forecast, how much ever you think this is going to be the bestseller and you're betting on it, something else happens. And it's, I think that's why you always should have a scope for that mistake to happen, so that this space that you can get back up. And I think we have slowly understood that, what works for us data-wise. We do a lot of data analysis now. And but still, how me and Sujata never liked the color maroon much. And
our bestseller, Beach and Turnip, which Sushmita Sen wore.
So we as a brand don't follow trends. We do a lot of things based on, again, how Sujata said that the weaver community is free. So we pick that craft, which is the weaver doesn't have work, and we have to pick that craft and work towards it. And since we don't follow trends, we just go about, we'll just do yellows today. So there's a collection where we are just launching yellows. It'll come soon. And it's not that yellow is the color of the season or anything. It's just a lot of gut feel that we have and constantly work towards it. But also, data plays a major role in taking decisions now in the business. It's a mix of both. We are high risk takers, and we have always been that. But number-wise, we always keep a budget tight, so that if we err somewhere, there's enough space for us to get back up.
Thank you. Yeah, you were asking.
Yeah, hi. It was lovely to hear you girls. And I must say, COVID was the time. I think I've watched you girls, if not every day, maybe 5 times a week at least. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how many people I used to tell, you have to see these 2 girls. They are so young and they're just so fantastic. And I run a jewelry label, bootstrapped, for over a decade now. And it's working with karigars. And it's Kundan jewelry. And I was just listening to your story about Karan Johar. It was so relatable because that's what happened to me during Jodha Akbar. So in Jodha Akbar, all the jewelry was real, but there were certain scenes in which they just wanted to extend, and somebody in a very nonchalant manner walked up to me at a place and said, "Can I see you?" But my antenna was a little alert because my background is also corporate like you, but media. So I was exposed to it. So I just have one question to ask you. You've grown beautifully. It's very inspiring. And what next? Are you doing brand extensions of Suta? Is that coming up? Moving from sarees into other work which is handmade? And along the same line, would you be open to collaborations in that space? Thank you.
Thank you. It's so amazing to know, Jodha Akbar, your products were there. Cool. So we have been experimenting a lot. So we have 2 sub-brands. One is Adami, which is Admi, and that's for menswear. And there's something called Ador, which is for kurtas and stitched garments for women. So we do have sub-brands. We keep experimenting. And like Taniya said, we are high risk takers. Even if we launch something, we always have a scope that it can go wrong. So we have jewelry, we have home decor, we have smaller things, but nothing has shown that promise yet. So we haven't, even if we will be constantly pushing marketing, we constantly do small activations around it. But for now, we have been collaborating a lot with a lot of brands. In stores specifically, we keep a lot of brand products of different brands, especially small brands, because for a customer, like let's say you walk in a store of Suta, you would like similar brands. I can't do everything, so I keep a lot of other brands on the stores. So that is always there for us.
Oh, so that's great. So if we want to collaborate, we can talk to you.
For sure.
All right,
Definitely.
thank you.
We'd love to see your brand too.
Hi, Sujata and Taniya. Welcome to Bangalore Flow. And I just want to tell you that I run a sustainability school. We teach Oxford International Curriculum, where sustainability is a subject. And that's what inspired me towards Suta. A question like, how do you stay rooted in sustainability while also scaling creatively and commercially? Because running a sustainable school, like that every paper and stationery, that everything that my children are using is sustainable. I understand commercials are so difficult. You know, I can replace it any day with a normal bag or a fabric or a uniform or a paper, but I know what it takes to save the world than just making a poster, save soil, save earth. So coming to your brand, that you are sustainable, I want to know, how do you stay rooted in sustainability while also scaling creatively and commercially?
Very, very, very lovely question, and I think it's almost it should be a compulsion for brands to start thinking mindfully. Yeah. We don't call ourselves sustainable at all. We call ourselves mindful. The only reason is because if I am asking you to buy another sari tomorrow, again showing ads, the 10 sari hai, aur do pehno, aur do kharido, then I'm not sustainable. And that's the only reason. Logically, I feel calling ourselves sustainable just makes it so wrong. I think any business calling themselves sustainable doesn't make sense, because I'm here to grow. My primary motive is to provide employment. So we do a lot of mindful practices.
Yeah, like recycling.
But I'll tell you, we are extremely mindful. Like, I am a sustainability enthusiast because I make my own compost, I make my own bioenzyme, we don't buy anything from outside. So all of that I do personally. So mindfully, what we do in Suta is, I'll mention. So for example, we have 2 initiatives. One is Suta Garage, like Taniya said, absolutely sustainable. Nothing goes to the landfill. Everything is shot and uploaded, even if we spend more money in shooting. So for example, new collection shooting is so easy. I'll shoot something, I'll have 100 pieces to sell. But if I'm shooting one garage product, I've wasted time of a resource and everything, and uploading a space is gone. I'm just selling one sari. So that way we are doing something which is making sure that the product doesn't end in landfill. So that's one step towards sustainability. Second is, what we do is we have something called Suta Earth, where any defective saris you guys have, anything which is like stained or torn, any dupatta which is you don't use anymore, you can come and give it to the Suta store and give a coupon code to you, which you can use to shop further. But then we use that fabric back end we use that. It's not a marketing gimmick, but we go back, we make Suta Earth bags and we distribute it for free to customers. You know why we do that is because even if I make a bag which is for 22, if I just buy a bag with Suta written, white bag, which we anyway give, it's just for $22. The moment I make a Suta Earth bag, taking them back, weavers will work on it, wash it, make a bag, comes back, it is 85 rupees. Even if I spend more money, I know at least it'll be used. So these are mindful practices. And even things like QC. A right QC team is super critical. People make like wrong armhole size. The blouse will keep going back and forth. People don't realize it's not just the material which is sustainable. It's also the processes that need to be sustainable. If you're not mindful at the right place at the right time, you will unnecessarily waste diesel costs, logistics costs, supply chain will go for a toss. And then at the end, no value is created. So I keep telling my team that you have to think ahead of what mistake can happen and fix it from the root. Otherwise, it will actually create unsustainable practices. So we are super mindful. If there's anything else I missed, we plant trees, we do all of that. So, but we don't want to call ourselves sustainable only because of the reason is that as a business, no business can be sustainable.
I just wanted to understand how creatively and commercially we can work on sustainability, and your answer just fit there, like how we can repurpose, recycle these products.
We do all of that,
you
no waste.
Also, just a suggestion, have a blog where they could send back the Suta sari, where you could redesign something.
Maybe. Nice. We had something called Suta Relove, wherein people can resell their Suta products so they can buy more, or you create space in their wardrobe.
That's a brilliant
People
idea.
do that themselves now, but as a platform, we tried to build it. It's still in the working phase. So yeah, someday.
Thank you so much for answering.
Yeah. Hi, Sujata and Taniya. Your story is very inspiring, and I'm yet to get my first Suta sari. I think I'm going to get it soon. Just wanted to ask, was there any major challenge when you started, which almost made you stop, and if at all it is, and how did you overcome that?
Major challenge was actually that we were not from the textile background, and I think that we took a long time to understand. How we tackled it was we asked a lot of questions. So today, if I just nod things, just to act that I know, I'll be foolish, right? So then we ask the questions that, I didn't understand, can you explain me better? So tomorrow I'm wiser. So that's how we learned, and thankfully it's been 10 years now, so we know a lot. But apart from that, there was this small accident that happened.
Very big accident.
Yes, big accident, yes. But our stall in an exhibition caught fire, where 80% of our inventory was there. of the whole company. So that was like a major setback.
Literally, that's what Tanya panicked. That's what she said. She was really in tears. I was 6 months pregnant. So first thing was I held my belly and ran away from the stall because everything was burning. But honestly, that was a time when, because we couldn't salvage much of the products that was remaining. And both of us thought that if we've quit and done it, and that was just 1.5 years in the business, so early on, and everything getting damaged was such a setback. And we were very, very scared. And that was the time we thought that should we quit, should we not? But the whole thing of that we have to get back to weavers, give back to weavers, to work with them, was something that made us actually take all the cut fabric which was remaining, the burnt and everything. We actually picked them up, took them to the tailor's house, started making things out of those. We did all of that from that, and that actually turned out to be a very good thing. We realized we could do tops, we could do blouses. Out of those fabric, we did that. So it was a blessing, but then it was very, very scary. And we learned that we are so resilient. I think all of us are. We just need that sometimes, that jhatka to realize, oh my God, we can actually overcome such a big hurdle.
Yeah, thank you so much. One last question for the day.
Hi, I wanted to find out, how do you calm your over-creative, dyslexic brain? And do your husbands also, are they a part of the business? Because I love the whole idea of you all living together.
They both are not part of the business. They
do other things?
Yeah. So okay. My husband works with private equity, Standard Chartered Bank, and he has a desk. Okay. And Tanya's husband is a consultant. So they're not part of
Tamil and Marathi.
Oh, Tamilian and Marathi. And we're Bengalis.
And then one big happy family together. That's amazing. Really it is. And what do you do for...
Yes, and I think you're talking about her dyslexic. How do you calm your brain?
Yeah, she's not finished. I'll wait for her.
Sorry?
Yeah, you were asking more.
Yes, I want to ask you, you said dyslexics, and I understood when you said, okay, when things are falling apart, you're the calmest. So I know where you're coming from. I'm very similar. But how do you stop your burnout, and how do you calm yourself down?
I think it's Tanya knows how much I go crazy, and she literally she starts breathing because I've just created this whole uproar of things because and I see things. I became really crazy, especially during my pregnancy. Also, and my pregnancy was I was in depression. I was postnatal depression, and I had it for a long time. And through the night, I was to work, and people would just get scared of my messages. I was just constantly sending messages, and even now I do it. I know that I think people are used to it now. My team knows that I would just go in like a full crazy zone when I'm just sending constant messages, and but at the same time, as I said that I don't know how I calm myself, but I think it's a very inherent nature of mine. Maybe yoga, dance, and singing, all of this helps me. Just breathing and all of that helps me calm that, reach that calm, that my calm. When I'm absolutely calm is when I start prioritizing things in my head. I think that's what I do.
Not overstimulated and all that.
I'm most of the time overstimulated, but I start putting numbers. Numbers help me. Structure helps me. In my head, I start prioritizing, and that calms me down. But she tolerates a lot of my.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm the patient one.
Sorry? I'll just play Mahjong. I'll make people play Mahjong and I'll play Mahjong. Thank you.
All right, now we have a very fun event that's going to start with the music. And any guesses on what this would be? Yeah, that's right. All of us have gone through this kid's age, okay? Come on. So we have the pass and the parcel. The simple rules are like a squid game. No snatching, no holding, and no pulling. Make sure you pass it, all right? So this is what it is.
What are they going to pass?
Yeah, what are they going to pass? Yeah, all of you are excited, very much following in the group. Okay, so we have 5 Suta sarees to be given in the pass and the parcel. So make sure you play the game. And no squid game, please. All right, let the music begin. Potter, are you playing the Harry Potter?
You're going to say stop.
Oh, okay. Oh, without saying. Stop! Stop! Okay. Who's it?
The one who's holding it can take the sari for themselves.
Okay.
And your name?
Okay, that's you. Now the next one.
Do you like the sari? Tell me that. Do you like the sari?
Give it to Shilpa then, yeah.
It looks like.
There are 5 saris, so yes.
Okay, now music. Give it to Shilpa. Okay, we're trusting you. I'm not looking and saying stop, okay? Okay. Yellow, there is solid musty chai. Hello.
Ooh, how nice.
Next sari. Actually, yeah, you only randomly stop.
Sari number 3. Wow, see, now I said why we should not have empty spaces between.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sharanya. See if you'd fill the space. Okay.
All right, sari number 4.
I don't think we've done
3.
Row 2, no? Okay. Just give it like that, hai na? Okay. Meanwhile, can somebody tie the knot of the other bags? Stop. Okay. Start from second row.
Okay, we have the last sari for the pass and the parcel.
Second row hasn't start got. I know, actually we should have just, okay. Second row has not started. Okay, play music.
She actually got it. Congratulations.
So you manifested this, okay? And I told you may just get it as a prize, see? Okay. Okay, so we don't have an extra one in case, one more musical? Oh, okay. The pre-engagement, yeah.
Oh, that was a fun event on WhatsApp. Seriously, we had so much fun doing it. I was a part of it too.
All right,
moving forward, I would want Dekyi to give a nice memento.
So thank you, thank you, Sharanya. Thank you so much, Sujata, Taniya, for sharing your incredible, very bold journey with us. Really, really amazing, and wish you all the very best as you scale even further, right? And continue this beautiful movement and this amazing community that you've built. And I'd like to call upon our past chair, Lakshmi, to felicitate you both with, you've become a friend of Flow. And so you're an ambassador and advocate for FICCI FLO, and which is empowerment for women. So that's, yes. Thank you so much.
We also have a very special, thoughtful gift for the evening for Taniya and Sujata. A perfect timing for a perfect picture with the creativity in place. Thank you, Mevra, for this thoughtful gift. Hold on, guys.
And
Yes. All right. So we have 2 winners for the crosswords. I think the chaos and the simple life has just been a blueprint from Suta. Behind those minds, they've arranged the game of the crossword, which happened on the WhatsApp. We have 2 lovely winners, which is Neeta Agarwal and Preeti Mittal. Congratulations.
The cat sari is here. There's one poetry sari here. So yeah, there's poetry on the sari.
Winners will take a photograph, okay? Just hold on. Meanwhile, girls, the high tea is open, so please enjoy yourself. But just wait on, because in case you've given your pattern, the prize winners are going to be announced just now. And then the beautiful board, which had the patterns, was designed by our Joint Secretary, Jyotsna Mysore. Thank you.
Can we have Shalini Venugopal, who's the winner for the embroidery? Sneha Dungarwal and Simar Kaur.
Please stand in a row. We're going to have one more musical passing the parcel.
Today, the 6 marathons. Okay, the high tea is ready. In the meantime, we would like to have a picture with all the backing team, including our past chair, Lakshmi Ishwar, Deepa Reddy, the Marzi team, and the sponsor. All of us, can we have one lovely picture?